I used to think strength was all about muscle, or being loud and dominating every situation. For years, I thought that if I just pushed harder, worked longer, and never backed down, it would automatically make me strong. But the truth is, strength isn't just physical and it isn't something flashy. It's hidden in tiny choices and habits that separate those who break through life's toughest challenges from those who stay buried under them. If you want to understand what real strength looks like and how it's built every single day, stick with me, because these 10 habits reveal a brutal truth about why some people rise and others fall, and it's closer than you think. 1. Accepting failure without giving up. I used to be terrified of failure. I mean completely frozen by it. I thought failing meant I was weak, or worse, that I wasn't good enough. I remember once applying for a job I really wanted, and when I didn't get it, I spiraled for weeks, questioning everything about myself. Everything changed when I realized the strongest people I admired weren't those without failures, but those who kept going despite them. I started to think differently. Failure isn't a stop sign, it's a warning light, a chance to recalibrate. I challenged myself to fail fast and learn faster. Now I'm not afraid to mess up, because I know it's the fastest way to grow. Try this now. The next time something knocks you down, write down 3 things you learned, and then make a plan to try again the next day. 2. Mastering self-discipline, even when you don't feel like it. I used to wait for motivation, that perfect spark to show up and somehow magnetically push me into action. The crazy part, that spark rarely came, most days. I wanted to stay in bed or scroll mindlessly on my phone. But once I understood that strength is built by doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel, everything changed. I started small, committing to 10 minutes of focused work, or a short workout before breakfast. At first, it felt forced, but those little wins stacked up like bricks in a wall. Studies show that habits are formed in roughly 21 to 66 days, so consistency matters more than intensity. Try this for the next week. Pick one small task you usually avoid and commit to doing it at the same time every day, no exceptions. 3. Controlling your inner dialogue instead of letting it control you. There was a time when my mind was my worst enemy. Every mistake, every awkward moment echoed in my head like an endless tape of "you're not good enough." I believed that if I could just silence those thoughts, be positive all the time, I'd be strong. But that only made things worse, because I pushed those feelings underground where they festered. The moment that changed everything was when I noticed strong people don't silence their negative thoughts, they acknowledge them without judgment, and then choose which thoughts to focus on. It's like having a noisy roommate. You don't have to argue or shut them up, you just turn your attention elsewhere. The result? Less mental chaos and more space to think clearly and act. Try this now. Catch one negative thought today, write it down, and then write a realistic, kinder response to it. 4. Embracing discomfort on purpose. I used to avoid anything uncomfortable like the plague, whether that was public speaking, difficult conversations, or hitting the gym on days I felt exhausted. For a long time, I thought strength meant comfort, that being strong was about feeling good all the time. But that's a trap. That's when I discovered those who are truly strong aren't those who avoid pain. They lean into it intentionally. They know discomfort is the gym for their soul. It reminds me of cold showers. I hated them at first, but after 3 weeks of daily cold water, I noticed my tolerance for stress and anxiety skyrocketed. Science backs it up too. Regular exposure to controlled stressors can improve cognitive function and emotional resilience. Start small. Add one uncomfortable thing to your day. 5. Taking full responsibility for your life. This one hit me hard. For years, I blamed my circumstances, other people, and bad luck for where I was stuck. I thought strength was about blaming less, but deep down, I still made excuses. Everything changed the day I stopped waiting for external fixes and accepted that my mindset and choices shaped my reality. I realized strong people don't wait for perfect conditions. They take ownership even when it's messy and difficult. But giving the wheel away won't get you closer to your destination. The result? More control, less victimhood, and the surprising freedom to change course anytime you want. Try this now. Identify one area where you blame others, and reframe it by listing 3 actions you can take instead. 6. Creating routines that protect your time and energy. There was a period in my life when I was endlessly distracted, jumping from task to task, drowning in social media, and always exhausted. I thought I was just busy, but what I lacked was structure. That's when I met people who had strong boundaries around their time. They didn't need to work more hours. Their routines simply made their focus sharper and their energy last longer. The crazy part, these routines weren't complicated. Simple things like blocking off mornings for deep work, turning off notifications, or scheduling downtime made a massive difference. Research shows that routines can reduce decision fatigue and increase productivity by up to 25%. Try this now. Pick one daily routine that drains your energy or steals your time, and create a simple rule to fix it. 7. Focusing on progress, not perfection. Perfectionism was my enemy disguised as a strength. I thought if I aimed for perfect, I'd avoid criticism and prove my worth. But what really happened was paralysis. I'd start projects and quit halfway or get stuck tweaking endlessly without finishing. The moment I realized strength was about progress, not perfection, everything shifted. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. Each step forward illuminates the path, a little better than the day before. I began celebrating small wins and forgiving the bumps without quitting. The result? More momentum, less stress, and genuine improvement. Try this today. Pick a project you've been procrastinating on and commit to working on it for just 10 minutes without aiming for perfect. 8. Surrounding yourself with honest, supportive people. I used to think being strong meant going it alone, not showing weakness or asking for help. For a long time, I built walls around myself, afraid to reveal my struggles or admit I needed support. The turning point came when I realized the strongest people lean into community and vulnerability. They choose relationships that challenge them, tell hard truths, and celebrate wins authentically. It's like being a tree that grows only if it's in the right soil. Without honest connections, you wither. The result? More courage, less isolation, and an unshakable foundation. Try this now. Reach out to one person who can give you honest feedback or simply support your growth and invite an open conversation. 9. Practicing gratitude even when life feels unfair. Gratitude felt fake to me when life was hard. I thought, why should I be grateful for anything when things are falling apart? But once I understood that gratitude rewires the brain to focus on possibilities instead of problems, I started a simple habit of listing 3 good things every night. At first, it felt forced, like a checklist, but with time, it became an antidote to despair. Studies show gratitude can boost happiness by up to 25% and reduce toxic emotions. Imagine waking up with a cup half full instead of empty. Try this tonight. Write down 3 things you're grateful for, even small ones like a hot shower or a kind word. 10. Learning to say no unapologetically. I was the classic yes person, always saying yes to favors, extra work, or social invites, afraid to disappoint. But that created burnout and resentment, leaving me weaker, not stronger. The moment I started saying no without guilt was the moment I took back control of my life. Saying no isn't about being rude or selfish. It's about protecting your energy and priorities. Think of it like a bank account. You only have so much time and energy. Spend it wisely. Once I embraced this, my focus improved. I created space for what mattered and stress diminished. Try this tomorrow. Say no to one request or invite that doesn't align with your goals or energy and notice how it feels. Here's the thing. Strength isn't a show, a muscle flex, or an image you project. It's the quiet daily choices that shape your mindset, your habits, and how you respond to life's punches. These 10 habits aren't easy, and I won't pretend you'll transform overnight. But if you start small and stay consistent, the difference between feeling weak and feeling unbreakable is brutal and real. Choose what resonates most and start there. What's one habit you've been avoiding that might be the key to your strength? Drop your thoughts, I want to know. And if this video helped you see strength differently, hit like and subscribe for more real talks like this. Your strongest self is waiting.